All surprises are special, but today is really special because I'm about to surprise John, who's a fireman at the East Meadow Fire Department. And my dad is a volunteer fireman, so I kind of have a soft spot for men in red.
What is this piece of machinery and what does it do for a firefighter?
This right here is what we call a self-contained breathing apparatus.
John has no idea that he is about to get a reading. He thinks he's making a video for new recruits. The only one that's being recruited today is Spirit.
His wife, Barbara, and the chief set this whole thing up.
First thing you get is what we call a turnout coat.
I'm about to blow up his little fire video.
So that you get very little area
Okay,
of the
go.
skin exposed. And the gloves.
Hi, John.
Holy cow, what are you doing here? You I hate your guts. I hate your guts, you I realized the moment I saw Theresa come around the corner that I had been set up.
I guess you know who I am.
I most certainly do. It's very, very nice
Very
to
nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
And my immediate reaction was to look at the chief and call him a very bad word. Nobody keeps a secret from me. Nobody. I don't do
So-
surprises well. I really don't.
You don't do surprises
No.
well?
No, I don't. But I'm very much happy about this. I watch the show quite often, teasing with my wife, saying, you know, we should really get Theresa to come to our house or go to Theresa's house. And, you know, my wife would roll her eyes and say, oh, they tell me there's a 3-year wait. So I didn't expect this at all.
You okay with it?
I'm absolutely okay with
Okay.
it. I think it was better that I didn't have time to think about it. I think the fact that it was a surprise is going to be something that's going to make things a little easier for me. I am feeling a combination of excitement and pure terror. I'm afraid that my son won't decide to come down and talk to me, even with somebody who I believe in so much. The last words I spoke to him were angry words, and that's always bothered me. Rob has come through to some of his friends, and one of his best friends, Marcel, constantly posts on Facebook to Rob, thanks for visiting me in my dreams. I needed that. And Rob doesn't visit me in my dreams.
What a gentleman.
We
I didn't
try.
know I was going to get the royal treatment
We
today.
try.
So have you ever been to a medium before?
Yes.
Okay.
Never in a one-on-one session.
Oh, okay.
I've gone to different places, and other people have had him come through. And he's never come through for me. And one of his friends said he won't because he thinks you're disappointed in him, which couldn't be further from the truth.
I don't know what the middle means. Who's the young male that departed?
My son.
Okay. Your son, I don't think I've ever had this before. He's like sitting over here and he's on the computer. I go, what are you doing? He goes, do you know how popular I am?
Oh my God, that's my son.
I
oh,
go-
he's here. Oh, you got him.
Oh, really? He goes, there's more things on the internet about me, Theresa, than you.
Oh my God. There was no doubt that we were talking with my son. My son was a lieutenant in the fire department. He was a great kid, he was a good kid, but humility just really didn't fall into his personality.
He keeps showing me these gold stars. Do you wear 3 gold stars?
Is what we call Fireman of the Year. He won 3 of them. He won 2 of them. He got the last one posthumously.
But he showed me
Yeah.
he was proud to wear his 3 stars. Your son showed me what a good kid he was.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah.
I don't know. Your son says to me, it's almost like I can't believe the way he died. It was like the one time I do something stupid, I died.
It was Easter Sunday. My son basically slept through the entire Easter Sunday in the living room with the rest of the family around. And I was upset with him for that. As he went out, instead of, see you later, it was, yeah, go ahead, go out. Not like you were part of the family tonight anyhow. I woke up every time my son got home and would say, "Good night, babe," and he'd say, "Good night, Dad, love you." And that night, I didn't wake up. The next morning, I got up for work, and his alarm clock was going off and going off and going off and going off. And again, I was angry that he wasn't waking up for work. And I opened the door and said, "Are you gonna get up or what?" And that's when I realized my life was never, ever, ever, ever gonna be the same.
Your son showed me what a good kid he was.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
It's almost like I can't believe the way he died.
It was like the one time I do something stupid, I died.
My son passed away from a heroin overdose.
He says, "I'm sorry that I didn't tell you."
And I'm sorry I didn't figure it out.
He said you weren't supposed to.
I was upset that I did not realize what was going on. And Theresa said he didn't want me to know what was going on, but I should have seen some of the signs. And that'll always bother me.
Your son stepped forward and said, "I want my dad to know how much I love him and that I do not want him to carry any burdens connected to my departure."
One of the hardest things for me to have dealt with all this time is that the last spoken words I had with my son were angry words. And I still had a huge fear that he wouldn't come through at all. And I'm so glad he did.
What did you place in the casket? Because your son says, "My dad wants to hear about this."
Oh my God, I've been sitting here saying, when is she gonna bring this up? I made up this very special helmet shield. I closed my son's casket. I was the last one in the room. And the last thing I did was to put that helmet shield between his hands.
Yeah, because he kept showing me the white gloves. Did he have gloves on?
Yes, he did, white gloves, right between his hands. That's where that shield is.
And he said, "I carry that with my soul the way that you carry me within your heart."
That's good, that's cool.
You did everything right, Dad. And you raised a good boy.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Your son just stood and saluted you and said, "Last call, Dad."